Greetings, friends, and welcome to Beast Foundry. I will be your guide today. My name is Christian, and today I would like to talk to you a little bit about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Now, I know we are going to be covering our custom world of Chandara in the future, but as we've chosen to use Pathfinder 2nd Edition as our vehicle for playing, exploring, and creating the world, I would like to cover a little bit about it with you. Now, I see on Reddit threads all the time, I'm interested in playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I want to switch to Pathfinder 2nd Edition from D&D 5e or some other system, and a lot of questions along this venue of what's the best way to do this? How do I go about it? Maybe, I want to get some other people to play and they're not interested in it, or how do I get them interested? So there are a couple of things that I would certainly recommend that you do. Primarily, I would suggest the beginner box set for Pathfinder 2nd Edition is an absolutely fantastic tool. Everything you need to play is in there. There's a set of dice. I would recommend picking up some extra dice, though, if you're going to have one set for a bunch of people. That will not be super fun. There are pre-made characters, all the monsters. There are books in there that explain everything in condensed versions so that you don't have to pick up the very large rulebook and other supplements to get a feel for it. And having pre-made characters takes a lot of the stress from players out of it as well. There is a fighter, a cleric, a rogue, and a wizard. There's also blank character sheets so that you could make your own if you have people that are already knowledgeable about the system and wanted to do that. What I love about the box set is it really is a nice slow-paced game. It's not like a lot of the adventure paths, or APs as they're referred to, that every fight has a tendency in those to be rather challenging. And I do hear a lot of people complain about, the fights, they take a long time, and each fight is just, you can be really difficult. Not every adventure path is this way, but many of them do have this. And the adventure paths are specifically designed to be challenging. Paizo has said as much themselves. So the beginner box is an awesome tool for anyone that would really like to get started in this. And even if you have a group that is playing a different game and they're saying, I don't really want to try something like this, well, you can always offer to run it for them. You can make them characters that are up their alley, things that they would personally be interested in. Yes, that is some work for you. However, you're the one that wants to get them to try it, so it's okay if you put out a little extra work. And at the end, they may not like it. They may decide, this isn't for me, and that is perfectly okay. Not every system is for every player. Some players, they really prefer rules-light systems. Some players prefer rule-heavy systems. There's nothing wrong with either one. Everyone needs to be having fun. And if you're not, you can't force someone to have fun. And I know we would love to be able to do that, because if we have a great time doing this, we want everyone to feel that way. But we're all different, and that's what makes the world a great place. So you can't necessarily force someone into liking something that you enjoy. The best you can do is just try and give it your best shot, making it entertaining, making it fun, and going from there. I will say my 15-year-old son, he ran the beginner box for his friends. He's never DM'd before. He's played, but never ran a game. It was his first time. His friends, none of them had ever played. They made their own characters. They had a blast. They probably played, they did an all-nighter. They did the entire box set. It was actually really fun. So I was so happy to see all of those kids having such a good time doing that. If they can do it, I feel if you're an adult, you could probably do this too. So don't panic, you got this. One of the reasons that I also decided to go with 2nd Edition is it just has a huge amount of flexibility. It is a rules-heavier system, which lets you cover all of the different things that crop up. There is a guide for you to do that. You don't necessarily have to create rules for every scenario. They're there. It doesn't mean you need to know all the rules. You can look them up as you need them. I'm pretty good at the rules. I'm an official rules lawyer for a podcast. There are rules I don't know. Yes, I admit it. There are rules that sometimes I'm like, oh, how does that work? I know I've read about it, so I know to go and check it out, so that way I can make sure that I get the rule correct, but I don't know every rule off the top of my head, and it's okay if you don't know them either. Just getting started, getting people together, and have a good time. If people make mistakes, don't worry about it. Just keep going. You can always undo things. It's a game. Everyone is there to just have a good time. That is really important. And I have seen people get angry and upset about things. It's like, it's okay, people. Everyone, just deep breath, relax. We got this. We're going to have fun. That's what we're all about here, is we want everyone to have a good time. We are trying to create content that works there is something for everyone. Not that all content works for everyone, but we want everyone to feel like, I really like what they're doing on this. I want to do that. Of course, there's going to be stuff we do that you're like, no, that's not my style. And perfect. No one should be into everything like that. So we really just want everyone to have a good time. So for now, thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment. As always, you can find me hanging out in the Roll for Intent Discord. There'll be links for that in the bottom. Until then, game well, my friends.